Ah, up. There we go. So, so yeah, I usually split the stream in two. For me, I'm not very good at editing, so this is the easiest way for me to split the stream in two. And I know it's very bad for the metric, but yeah, I'm not going for the metric in the first place anyway. So copper, put that here, copper spear, and yeah, everything else is okay. Good. So actually, that one we can remove. So I don't know what actually is on the agenda for crafting at the moment. So let me get some food here first. I'm gonna eat some of the sausages. 36. So. Oh. So there we go. Actually, let me check. I wanted to complete the cellar today. So let's say we're gonna start with this wall here. Take that out, and then once we have completed all the walls, we're gonna do the ceiling. No one actually gave me any feedback on my question what I want to see for the wall kind of material. So I'm going with my gut and have to check what we have in storage. So, and other than that, I don't know what else. I mean, we still have about 1.5 hours. So. So. So, like I said, if you have anything, you're more than welcome to share. So I would say for this wall, we're gonna continue with the basalt, and then for the other three sides, we use something else. So once we've hollowed the walls, then we can focus on the walls itself, and then also I don't know what else. I mean, we still haven't found a treasure trader, so no idea where the temporal archive is. That is the end goal ultimately. But yeah, I don't know what. Probably gonna have maybe next week a more intense search for the temporal archive. So, okay. Let's grab some blocks here. Basalt ashlar. What else do we have here? I don't want to use the marble or the plaster for that. It's not really a good material for a cellar. So maybe, I don't know, we have chalk, sandstone, slate. Maybe sandstone and slate would be. I mean, this is. We also have. Let's see. We have some mud bricks. We already used peridotite for the flooring and chalk as well for the flooring. So chert cobblestone. So what else? Salt ashlar. Slate. Salt cobblestone. Okay, conglomerate sandstone. So it's probably too much. So, okay, then the next slate chert. So go. Let's see. Also, we have to get rid of those wolves. They are annoying. So then we're gonna go with some slate here. So, mud brick. And yeah, I know I like checkerboards designs. So, okay. Next, gonna go with sandstone. Oh, oh, yeah. That was not what I wanted here. I have to... go. Now get the chert here. Nope. I do suck at color theory, so that's why I usually do it like this. Let me get some cobblestone. Just gonna use that to fill the hole there. We do have enough, or we should have enough cracked limestone. Take this one. So, okay. Now the church. And here we're gonna mix the black ashlar with sandstone. Or should I use mud brick? I'm gonna see if I have enough mud brick. Worst case, I can make some. Okay, one more light mud brick. Light mud brick. We need sand, soil. Okay. Oh, no. So, light mud brick. So, sand. Do we have sand somewhere? Not sure if I have sand. Oh, here. So, so. Okay. That means our basement here is done. We can now actually start with the distillery to make them. So for that, we're gonna have to do some forging. So distill. Well, we need a condenser. So copper plates and solder bar. The solder bar, we need lead solder ingot. So we need lead and tin. Okay. Let's see. Tin and lead. So we need 4 ingots. Let's see. Okay, I need more. more tin. Let's see. Galena, tin. Okay. Oh, actually, no. We need 6 condensers. So 3 condensers. So we need 6 solder bars. So this 230. Okay, we can do that with some pine seeds. I don't even care if they burn out ineffective. So once they are done, let's go and get the boiler from upstairs and bring them down for placement. 1, 2, 3. So oh, actually, we don't need the lantern here anymore. It's bright enough in here. Or it should be bright enough in here. Yeah. It's definitely bright enough, so we don't need the lantern here anymore. I can use that for somewhere else. I wanted to have a chandelier in here later. We have one downstairs. Gonna leave that here for now. Gonna place this one actually. Oh no, it's just the wind. I'm gonna place that here for now, so we have some light outside. So let's put those here for now. I'm gonna have to leave a space here just in case. So then we have to do some copper plates. Let's see. Oh, wait, those are chunks. So, where's my hammer there? So, once this is done, we can actually do the ingots here for copper. So, and then we just cast the copper here into the mold plate. We're gonna need 6 plates, but I want to make more so we can actually have a few plates as a reserve. Because we have a few copper ingots, but I would like to have more. So, get the tongs here. No. Come on. So. Oh, wait. next I'm gonna do 20 units, 20 ingots, so that can heat up, and I'm gonna throw in later the rest. Give me a second. So just gonna cool those down a bit. Go. Oh, I have to wait until they solidified. I thought cooling them down that much would be enough. Come on. How are we doing here? Oh, right. Get me. So 20 should be enough to get this to completion. So now we need the saw. So, okay, we have a few solder bars here. Put the saw back here. So, next we have to wait for this to finish. Once this is done, we're gonna pour 1600 units in here, and the other 400 we're gonna pour into the ingot mold. So we get 8 plates, and we're gonna condenser. So we get, oh right, the soldering iron. We need a copper chisel. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna use the ingots then for this. I don't know. Is the just. Oh. So, also gonna need eat something in a moment. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a free concert again. So, what do we eat? I say we eat a sausage. Or 3. So, even though I should probably eat more fruit, but I don't have any fruit, so we have to wait for our harvest and everything. So, how is this one coming along? Yeah, Let me drink something while we're waiting here. Oh. So, okay. So, I'm gonna make a few chisels here. Hammer. So, oh. So, so, oh, this one. Oh, there's a meteorite coming. So I don't know if this is enough actually for all of that. I don't know if the soldering iron is completely used in a process or not. I'm not sure. Oh no, it's durability. Okay, but yeah, gonna have 3 of them just in case if we need it for anything else. So now we need to wait for this to finish. And what else? Oh, actually, let me quench that. So, back on the stack. And what else do we need? We still need to fix the ceiling. And for the ceiling for the basement, for the cellar. But I wanna get the condenser first. Also, we need to get some boards here. We're gonna need to make some buckets and some troughs for the animals. So, I'm gonna make 3 troughs. Then we're gonna need some buckets. So they go down. Then the nuggets go in here. So, we still have this one vintage story. Okay, that one I have duplicated. So okay. Oh, we're coming along here. Okay, that should be enough. That doesn't need any more. That has enough heat to do that before it gets too cold. So next, while this is going down, let's place up. So, okay, the wind is going strong, but we don't need that at the moment. So, oh, so gonna leave that here. Then for the cows, I'll have these two. Once we have a female cow, which we still need to find one. So how are we looking here? Almost done. So, else. Okay, I have nothing besides that board here. If you have something that I have forgotten, let me know. Oh. So, okay, it's done. Now, 1, 2, 3, and then we have one more. So, okay, that's done. Next, we need to wait for, what else do we need for the condenser? We need soldering iron. Okay, at least the recipe is easy once you have everything. Okay. Okay, we actually have this one 3 times. And it looks a different color. So cool this down a bit faster. So, okay, now we got this, 1, 2, 3. So now the buckets. So now we need straw and wood. Oh, actually, wait. Gonna move the presses here down straight away. So we have everything down here. We don't have to go between the different layers. We're gonna take care of those in a moment. So can use those for lanterns if we have to. Next. Oh, wait. So the soldering iron we will leave in here, and those go here. So we know that we have some if we need them. So copper knife. Where do I have a copper knife there? Can use it actually in the kitchen. So, and this. They are both meteoric. So next, we need wood for downstairs, and that means we're gonna need to make a new wood chopping axe for this. So let's grab one. Because my axe is almost used up. So wait for that. In the meantime, you know what? I'm gonna take this here and 16, 16, 23. We can do all of that down here. So, oh. So then I'm gonna put the compost here. Or actually, no, I think I'm gonna leave the compost outside because down here I don't really want to have compost. Leather is okay, but compost I would say we can actually leave outside. I mean, it's not the composting process in the barrel is actually not impacted by outside temperatures. So an X. There. So there we go. So go. So gonna leave the barrel here for the compost. And we don't have to do a lot of composting anyway anymore. So now wood. We need to chop some wood here. Oh, and we actually need to eat something first. Let's go back. I'm gonna eat some sausages. One, two, three. So that should be enough. Also, we need to chop wood anyway because we have only 800 charcoal left. So we're gonna need to get a buttload of wood in order to fill up the charcoal pit and have some firewood for the condenser. So we're gonna start chopping some trees here. We have enough space in our inventory. Come on, where's the tree? I don't know, how much do we need wood-wise? It's going to be a lot for the charcoal pit. Hey, dark coats, how are you? I don't know. I need one stack of 16 for 2 high, so we need 2.5 by 25, so we need 10, 20, 75? I think 75 if I did my math correct. Doing okay. I'm currently trying to get some resources taken care of, like I need to make charcoal and I need some firing wood for the condenser so we can make booze. So getting things slowly prepared for summer. I mean, we're almost in summer, and then yeah, summer means fruits, and fruits means spirit, and that's what I'm currently preparing myself for. Getting lots of wood. Also, by getting rid of the wood here, I'm getting rid of the wolves spawning every time here. So I'm lowering chances of wolves spawning close to my base. Because I don't want to get bitten by them on my own property. So, so go. Yeah, if you want to. You just have to ask me because you have to narrow it down what you want me to explain, what you want me to share about. I can, like, for example, I can talk about my time living abroad as a German, or working in video games. I worked as a delivery driver for parcel delivery. I don't know what else. I've done some conventions for anime, and I've also went to conventions and open air festivals as a stagehand. What else? Oh, hello, Mr. Wolf. So, take care of that. Oh yeah, if you want to hear everything, but it's still very difficult to narrow it down. So you would have to pick one that I would say is most exciting. Yeah, but which one you would want to hear first? Let's put it this way: games, concerts, conventions, or parcel delivery. So to limit a little bit. Otherwise, it's I will go all over the place, and that is not going to be very productive. Earliest years? You mean teenager years? You mean nightmare time? So I can only say that much. I've been bullied my whole life because I'm special, and people don't like people being special. So I would say that's probably the least of my favorite topics. I don't know. I don't know. It's basically. I'm very happy actually that I don't have to relive nightmares back in my childhood. I don't know. It's a really bleak topic for that. Uh, it's like talking about death, and eh, that is something I don't really like talking about. Uh, I'm pretty sure you understand why. So. Yeah, no, it's we can talk about funny topics a lot more and much better. That's usually more entertaining and is not such a downer. Because I don't want to make people feel sad, because that would happen eventually if I talk about my past too much. So we should stick to the happy thoughts. So, that in here, this in here. We're gonna need this in here and this in here. So this here We still have some sticks. Yeah. No, it's work is usually for me easier to talk about. Everything else gets me a little bit too emotional. And it's sad to say it like this. Yeah, I think it's yeah. In general, I think it's laughter is usually more entertaining. But I would say then, um, uh, let's say I'm gonna start with the more mundane things like parcel delivery. It's a very boring job, but you randomly have some weird encounters with people in everyday life. Like I you usually hear people talking about, yeah, delivery guys are all stupid and yeah, they don't know what they're doing. Yeah, that goes both ways, unfortunately. I've met both sides. I've met stupid coworkers and I've met stupid customers. So they don't really take it a lot from each other, especially when it goes about critical thinking and logical thinking. They have a very interesting way how to reason with you when they think they are right. Um, for example, I'm not going to name the company I worked for, um, but basically it's an international company, and we used to deliver everything. It's like, you can deliver it, we shipped it. And there was some really, really weird things happening when people decided to request um, their shipments to be delivered. Like for example, what would you do if you had like a 500-pound pallet? How would you like to get that delivered to you? Most people would probably just say, please place it next to the garage, or please place it behind the house. I had one customer that literally had a letter on his door because he wasn't at home, and it was like, please toss it over the fence. And I was like, how am I supposed to toss 500 pounds of a pallet um, over a fence? It's like, I called the customer and was like, yeah, here I saw your note. Are you sure you want me to do that? And it's like, yeah. And I said, yeah, that is a bit difficult. You know what you're getting here. And he's like, yeah. It's just a package. No. It's not a package. It's a pallet, 500 pounds. And he's like, oh. It's like, you know what you ordered, didn't you? I was like, yes. And it's like, it turned out he actually misclicked in the ordering process. So he ordered something and he actually ordered a whole pallet of it. So he misclicked the numbers when he chose the quantity. And they basically shipped him the whole pallet. Was very interesting, and also I don't know, sometimes people really don't think about what they're getting. I had one customer also, almost the same. He also wanted me to toss his package over the fence. It was a package, and I actually noticed who it was sent from, like a company that manufactures porcelain. And I mean, I'm definitely one of the smarter people at that point. And I was like, I called the customer and like, are you sure you want me to toss that over the fence? It's like, yes. It's like, you know what's in there. That is going to break. It was like, No, you packaged that. I said, no, I did not package that package. That package was sent from a company. We just delivered that. So unless they package that thing properly, it is most likely going to break the moment that thing touches ground. And he was like, he had to contemplate his choices in that moment. I was like, what are we gonna do with that? And it's like, would you like me to deliver it to one of your neighbors? And he's like, no, don't deliver to my neighbors. I don't like them. Like, hmm, yeah, you have any other options? I was like, could you put it in a trash bin? I was like, are you sure you want to do that? If you forget about it and the garbage collector is coming, that package is gone. I think I went with him for a solid 10 minutes before we actually got to a reasonable agreement that he said, can you deliver tomorrow? I will be home. So that is stuff where you have the stupidity on both sides. Like, you could have had a worse delivery driver than me at that point, and they would have just tossed that thing without hesitation about the fence, and the customer would have complained, my item is broken. So the other thing is, like, if you have stupid co-workers, when they start doing things like loading. If you have a little sense of how gravity works and weight distribution in a car, then you know exactly what you have to keep in mind when you load up a truck with like 2, 3, or 4 tons of loading material. And yeah, we did have one guy. He was a nice guy, but not the sharpest tool in the shed, to be honest. And yeah, a really nice guy. I was, in general, I was getting pretty well along with him in general. So, but yeah, uh, he was definitely not the smartest tool. And he like, the car or the trucks we drove are let's put it around 1.6 tons empty weight. And if you add 2 tons to that, you are technically over the limit you are allowed to legally transport with those. But yeah, neither the customer nor our co-worker spent a single thought on that. So, and even the forklift driver who started loading the car was not really thinking along and ahead of what the implications of their actions could have done. So in the end, my coworker, he was like, just put it in, everything will be fine. I will tug it down with some wiring and secure the load. Yeah. And he was like, you want me center? No, don't put it in the center. I have more customers. I need to pick up more things. And yeah, the forklift driver basically put the whole pallet with about 2 tons on the left side of the car or the truck. And he left the factory with the 2 tons in load in the truck, went on to the highway, and yeah, the first sharp corner basically flipped the car on the side, and he broke his arm and was out of commission for about 6 weeks. And obviously the company that loaded the truck complained that the shipment got damaged. So if my coworker at that time would have had any sense of what happens if you make a mistake, then this wouldn't have happened. And yeah, it was a very expensive pallet. I think the shipment was worth about 50,000 euro at that time. It was I think it was an electronic measuring device, so something you don't really buy just at the next store. And the customer who was waiting for that machine also wasn't very happy because their manufacturing process had to be postponed, I think, for 3 weeks before they had a new machine ready for them, because they only do those machines on demand. So in the end, yeah, my colleague got a real big earful from corporate after he came back to work, and he actually got fired a few months later because he messed up in another instance. It is when people don't think about consequences. It's that is something you have actually in every industry. Thinking ahead, critical thinking, it's very difficult. Also, what else do we have? I had one customer, we have a comedian in Germany. His name is Michael Mittermeier. And the name Mittermeier is not very common in Germany, apparently. So, and I actually had one package for one person in Rhineland-Pfalz. And I went there and was like, yeah, a package for Michael Mittermeier, for Mittermeier, and I was like joking about the comedy bit he did in his program, because he was waiting in his comedy bit for Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was like, please don't scare me, and she was like, no, that only my cousin does that, and I was like, and it turned out that she was actually the cousin of Michael Mittermeier. So I was like, okay. I was like, say hello to him. It is very weird sometimes. Like I would say life is mostly consisting of weird coincidences that just make a situation infinitely more funny if you if you give it a chance. So let's see. Okay, let's get back. We need to fill the charcoal pit first. So and other than that, what else did I do for... I mean, I've made mistakes. I will not exclude myself. And most of my mistakes actually happened by either overestimating my own capabilities. Like one time, it was in winter time, I was really short on time to get everything done on time with work. And I was like, okay, we need to take a shortcut. And I was like, okay, I was fully reliant on my navigation system we had in the car. And I was like, okay, give me the fastest route. And I was like, okay. So, and typed in the address and everything, and was like, okay, that one looks good. And I started to drive, and the area got more and more, let's say, rugged terrain, and I was like, okay, well, I've driven worse. And like I went on and on, And at some point, I reached the point of no return. It's like, hmm. And I was hell bent on not admitting my fault to my guy on the phone that coordinates our work. So I tried to get out of there by backing out, and I don't know. I tried everything to get out of there with the car. It was basically uh, uh, winter cold, like -10 degrees, ice and snow, and I couldn't go back or forth anymore with the car because I completely backed myself into a situation where there was no way out. In the end, I had to call my team coordinator and tell him, "Yeah, I'm stuck." And he was like, "Okay, how stuck?" And I said, "Yeah, no back, no forth, and the ditch to the left and the ditch to the right." And I was like, "Okay." So he was like, "Okay, go and see if you find a farmer next somewhere in the next village to take you out with a tractor." I was like, "Okay." And I walked about 3 or 4 kilometers. Basically, the road was so slippery um, that I couldn't move the car. If I had moved the car any a bit further by myself, I would have gotten stuck in a ditch, and then that would have been infinitely worse. Because if you ever driven a car and know how difficult it is to get a car out of a ditch with road ice and everything, then you know how difficult that would have been, especially with a transporter that parcel delivery usually uses. So, and yeah, in the end, I walked up to like 5 farmers. None of them actually were able to have a tractor on hand. So one of my co-workers that had a nearby route came with his truck and started to pull me backwards while I was trying to steer the car in a way that it would not slip into the ditch. It basically, I lost almost half of that day of my route. So all the packages I had on board had to be delivered on the next day. And yeah, my boss was not happy about me when I came back to the office in the evening. So it's sometimes you make stupid decisions. Also, don't rely too much on technology. Even though, I mean, nowadays it's a lot easier. I can remember the first time I had a navigational system that was like, I don't know, like around 2003 or 2004 in the company car. So navigational systems weren't that common at that point, so because they were still very expensive, and I usually drove with a map, so pretty old school. That was the only way, and we still had a CB walkie-talkie in our car to actually communicate with other drivers and our office. So, and we basically had one of the my company decided, yeah, we are going to get some navigational systems. I was like, okay, that's hopefully making things better. And for most of the things, I would say yes, it made things better, but it also made things sometimes very scary. Like imagine a bridge about um, mm, 300 meters above the ground, and the navigational system suddenly tells you, please turn right now. You will think twice uh, in that moment if you should really yeah, turn right in that moment. I mean, I didn't, but still, it was like, this is clearly an attempt on my life. So it was like, yeah, I'm not gonna trust that thing anytime soon blindly. Uh, so scared me a little bit at that point, and like I was like 22 at that point, so still a young driver. Uh, I had my driver's license by that time for about 2 or 3 years just, and I've never driven a lot before that. I only started driving a lot of kilometers um, once I worked for parcel delivery. Like at some point, I drove about 700-800 kilometers every day. That five times a week, so 3,500 to 4,000 kilometers a week. And if you do that, oh wait, is that? No, it's not. It's not one with resin. And yeah, I gained a lot of experience in driving doing that job. And by now, even though I haven't worked in the job since 2018 anymore, I have driven roughly 700,000 kilometers in my whole life so far, and I'm 42 now, and I haven't owned a car in over 20 years. So you drive a lot, and it's not very well paid. It's basically a minimum wage job, but I did the job mostly because I just wanted to cover my bills, and the area where I'm originally from is very limited in work prospects. Most people only work either in simple production or with gemstones and jewelry, and neither of that really was, I would call it, passion. So in the end, I did a job that was good enough to cover my bills and make sure that I have money to finance hobbies and everything. So I mean, I've been in anime and manga for over 20 years now, with doing events, conventions. I organized monthly meetups. I travel to conventions to meet friends all over Germany. So you get around, and you learn. You get to know more people. You learn some really nice people, not so nice people, crazy people. And I like crazy people because they are probably the most sane, because you at least know what you're getting. I don't know. It's for friends of mine, for example. They they are very diverse. So I have friends in all walks of life, and every one of them has their quirks, same like me. So, and it's always fun to meet them when we are living further away from each other. And so usually anime conventions are for me the easiest way to meet my friends, because they live all over Germany, and it's not as big as the United States, but it's still big enough that you can't just sit in a car and drive 1 hour and you're there. Especially when you have people in Berlin, Munich, or somewhere else on the outer sides of Germany. So convention is usually the easiest way, and I did a lot of conventions in my life so far. I still do. Mostly, I think the first 8 or 9 years, I did a lot of conventions as a helper and organization. And yeah, I got to know a lot of people, and in general, I'm really happy that I met a lot of them, because otherwise, I don't know, I would probably uh, not be so blessed with a lot of friendships I have made over the last 25 years. A lot of the people I got to meet are people I would not be the same person without nowadays. So, because friends make you who you are in the end. And yeah, I got to know a lot of nice people, which have been companions to me all my life. And yeah, I would not trade any money in my life for this kind of connection. So, and there was mostly, if you go to conventions, you see a lot of crazy things happening. Like especially if you work at a convention as a volunteer. I had one experience where you have to weapons check for most anime conventions. Like people bring in their cosplay weapons and everything, and you have to make sure that they are safe to use. And we had one occurrence. There was or one of the convention visitors. They had yeah, they were not really thinking straight at that point. They literally had a hand grenade with them as a replica. We had one guy sitting at the weapons check, and they were checking out his war uniform cosplay. I was like, that's a really nice outfit and everything. Everything looks so realistic. And he was like, can I hold that one? That looks really realistic. And he was like, yeah, sure. Here, hold it. And he was like, the moment he let go and that thing had his whole weight in his hand, he was like, is that real? And the guy was like, yeah, of course it's real. It's an authentic costume. It was like, what do you mean authentic? It's like, yeah, everything here is real. So it's like everyone at that table was like, um, let me make a call. And yeah, we basically had to evacuate the surrounding area because we were not allowed to let him go. Because whatever happened at that moment, if we would have let him go, who knows what would have happened. So we basically held him at bay, told him, you do not move from this place. Stay here. And it's like, okay. And then another person basically went, called the police. The police came by. And we were like, yeah, we have a customer here with a grenade. And they're like, what do you mean with a grenade? Yeah, with a hand grenade, Second World War. It's like, do we need a special commando, the SAK? And it's like, hopefully not. And it was like, okay. Anyway, like, we're gonna send one of our guys with the rest. And that's what they basically did. They came with 20 police officers, one bomb defusal team, and 5 ambulances. It was a very interesting spectacle at that day, and definitely something you remember at that point. It was interesting. Yeah, I think the guy got off with a warning because it turned out not everything he had was really real. Like he probably wanted to brag with the realism. So the hand grenade was real, but most of the other things were like he had some magazines for his replica rifle and everything. The magazines were real. No, he had a legal license to own weaponry in Germany. You can get a weapons license in Germany. We have actually two licenses. We have a large and a small license. So der kleine Waffenschein is the small license. It basically entitles you to own a gun, but you have to keep it separate from the ammunition. And you need a special safe for it to separate both of them. And there's a large, also ein großer Waffenschein. Like for example, a hunter or a forest worker here in Germany. We have the Förster. It's also he basically patrols the forest, but he also keeps an eye on wild animal population. So they have usually the permission to carry this kind of weapon. But the hand grenade obviously does not fall under this. We don't know how he got that. But yeah, I think the police let him off with a warning. They confiscated the hand grenade and everything else, like the ammunition. And then, yeah, the convention continued. I mean, this could have been worse in another country, but in the end, yeah, I would say the guy got off easy. Oh, let me get something to eat here. And I don't know. We also had one customer. She also cosplayers are very, very strange. They like authenticity, and we had one girl. She came with an Oriental cosplay with like it's maybe compare it to Jasmine from Aladdin. The see-through pants, the top and everything with a veil in front of your face, and the typical accessory what you would usually have for Oriental lady, like a living snake. The girl had a boa constrictor with her, and apparently no one noticed because the snake didn't move. So apparently the snake was rather confused by the surrounding area and all the people. So she did not move very much. But at some point, the snake apparently got a little bit more confident and moved her head to get a bearing of the surroundings. So the snake would move her head and sometimes touch people. I mean, the snake was definitely domesticated because the snake was definitely not attacking anything. But yeah, at some point the visitors around her were like, I have a weird feeling about this prop, and they were like, yeah, that is a rather realistic looking snake. And yeah, they basically went to ConOps, and they were like, yeah, I have a weird suspicion. Could you have a look at that? And we were like, yeah, sure. I mean, we've seen strange people happening in the anime convention scene, so yeah, we're gonna have a look. And it was like, yeah, it's probably nothing. And yeah, then we basically realized, okay, that is a live animal. And we're like, okay, we have to call animal control for that. Luckily, the snake was very cooperative, unlike the person the snake belonged to. She was like, but this is a costume. I need a realistic prop for that. Otherwise, it's not real. And yeah, not everything needs to be real. You don't need a totally real snake to have a realistic costume. In the end, yeah, animal control came, picked up the snake, and the girl had to leave because we weren't sure if she would make a fuss about the whole situation. We also had people bring in dogs, not guide dogs, but dogs as an accessory to the costume as well. So cosplayers love the accessories. So and yeah, that is you get to see a lot of weird things in at conventions. It's interesting. You don't know how many weird people are on this earth until you get in touch with them. So, how long does this one take before? Because we only have 2 minutes left of my. Okay, that is something for the next stream, definitely. How is my? Oh, my rye is done. We can harvest the rye before the stream is over. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything against someone having exotic pets. I knew someone who had chinchillas as a pet, and they were adorable. Uh, but that is not something you bring to a convention. That is like uh, know what is right and wrong, because you definitely don't. I mean, you don't know how this animal would have reacted if, like, I don't know what would have happened if that animal had panicked. I have no idea how a boa constrictor would react if it suddenly realizes, okay, I am not feeling comfortable in this situation. I need to get out of here. And in the worst case, you have like a snake going amok in the area. Which one? Oh, you mean the in the birthday suit? I mean, there are other ways you can confuse people in Germany, like especially with especially with a swastika. You can have a lot of problems in Germany with a swastika. Especially what was the anime recent years? Tokyo Revengers. They had apparently in the original version of the anime there is a swastika um, displayed on the uniforms of the gang, and yeah. We had a lot of problems on conventions over the past few years because people were like, "Oh, that is illegal? I didn't know that." Okay, a cosplayer. Oh yeah. Like I said, cosplayers are weird, very weird, and I don't know. It's still a still a nice environment because most people are still weird, but they still have a common sense. So let me eat one more sausage here. Two. Let's eat two sausages. So okay, we're gonna finish the ceiling in the next stream for Vintage Story on Sunday. Tomorrow I'm streaming Minecraft Vault Hunters, and Friday and Saturday are off because Friday I'm meeting with friends, and Saturday I'm going to Pride March in Frankfurt area. So yeah, I would say that is it from my side. So thank you for watching. And if you want to be entertained by me more, you can either come back tomorrow or on Sunday. So thank you for watching, and I wish you a nice day. Bye bye.